Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, thank you for stopping by. My name is Andrea and I film videos all about my favorite cruelty-free beauty products. Of course, one of my favorite cruelty-free brands is Wet n Wild. I just enjoy the brand as a whole. I feel like they have been killing it lately and they're always coming out with amazing new high-quality products for super affordable prices. So as soon as I saw the pictures for this collection on Instagram, I was immediately hooked and I knew that I wanted to try out some of the products. I read online that the collection is coming to Ulta and it's also going to be available in some stores. So if you guys have seen it in any of your local drugstores, let us know in the comments below so we know where to look as well. But for now, it is available on Wet n Wild's website, and I believe they offer free shipping after you spend $35 or more. So I just wanted to include that information in this video. Another cool part about the collection is that a portion of the proceeds are actually going to a nonprofit organization. So Wet n Wild is donating $10,000 to the Los Angeles Audubon Society. But the box comes with 3 baked blushes, 3 eyeshadow quads, 1 lip scrub, 1 primer water, 2 eyeliners, and then also 4 lip glosses. So you get a bunch of products for $34.99, which I think is really fun. And the colors are very springtime appropriate, very summery, and they're just really bright and colorful in general. There are a couple of products that are part of the collection that are not included in the box, like a limited edition nail polish collection, a blush brush, 1 lip gloss, 1 eyeliner, and then 1 additional lip scrub as well. Let me start with the Color Icon baked blushes because these are what I was most excited about when I saw the pictures online. They retail for $4.99 each and there are 3 shades. The first one is Don't Flutter Yourself, which is a really gorgeous corally pink. The second one is Hummingbird Hype, which is more of a peachy gold. And then the third one is Dare to Soar, which is a really gorgeous fuchsia toned berry. These come in the same packaging as their Mega Glow highlighters, which I really enjoy. They are some of my favorite highlighters of all time. They definitely are shimmery blushes, and if you guys know me, you might know that I love a good glowy shimmery blush. I love like a blush highlighter hybrid, so I feel like these are perfect for me, like they were made for me, because I love when my blushes are super glowy, and I feel like you can use these interchangeably as a blush or a highlight. These go on the cheeks really beautifully. They're very smooth, very easy to use. A brush picks them up so easily, and they blend beautifully. Like I said, they're very, very glowy, so if you are a matte blush fan, you're not going to enjoy these because you get a true sheen when you apply them. They don't have any like super obvious glitter or shimmer in them, but they are very glowy. They look absolutely gorgeous. I think the shade Dare to Soar is going to be great for you if you have a medium, tan, or dark skin tone because you can build it up for a super saturated appearance, but you can also go in with a brush and a very light hand if you just want a subtle wash of color. My favorite shade is Don't Flutter Yourself. It's like the perfect peachy pink coral. I'm wearing it on my cheeks today, and again, it's very, very subtle, but it just makes your skin look like it's glowing. I also like the shade Hummingbird Hype, but I don't feel like this is my perfect blush color. It's definitely more of what I would use as a highlight, and because it is more on the subtle side, I feel like it works as a highlighter for my skin tone, but also if you have a darker skin tone, I think it would be great. I'm really impressed by the quality of these products, and I hope they come out with more baked blushes because I will buy them without hesitation. They just apply beautifully. They stay in place really well. I don't have any issue with them fading throughout the day. Okay, let me talk about the Color Icon eyeshadow quads. They did come out with 3 different options. These retail for $2.99 each. If you guys are new to the formula, I feel like the matte shadows are very powdery, but at the same time, they're very blendable. So I like reaching for them when I want a quick, easy eye look because they blend out really easily. I think the shimmer shadows in general are a little bit more subtle, a little more lightweight, so you don't get that super intense metallic eye look, but you do get something really easy, really quick and effortless because they don't take a lot of blending and they're not overly pigmented, so I feel like they are easy to use. I think that my favorite quad is Flock Party. This is the one that I'm mainly wearing on the eyes today, but I'm wearing the gold shade all over the lid, and it's really pretty. I feel like it just gives me a subtle wash of shimmer without being too intense. And like I said, I did have to build it up a little bit, but I really don't have a problem doing that, especially for $2.99. The brow bone shade is a little bit too subtle. I feel like you really have to work to build that one up, but if you like more of a subtle highlight, that might be a great option for you. Hasta Baby has some really pretty colors too. I did wear the transition color in the crease, and I think it's a really gorgeous, pretty color. The brow bone highlight is really nice. I'm wearing that on my inner corner today. And then the purple shade is kind of a fail for me. It really doesn't have a lot lot of pigmentation. You really have to work to build that one up. But the green shade is really beautiful. It looks really pretty on the lower lash line or all over the lid. So out of all of the colors in here, the only fail for me was the purple shadow. And then the last quad is Stop Ruffling My Feathers. This one comes with some really pretty colors as well. Like the eyelid color is kind of like a duochrome. It looks so pretty on the lid. Again, you kind of have to build up these metallic shadows, but if you like more of a subtle look, this might be a great option for you if you don't want to have to go in with anything too crazy or too heavy on the eyes. So in my opinion, if you have a lot of eyeshadows in your collection, I don't think that you need to try these. For me personally, they're not going to be staple shadows in my collection because I have a lot of colors that I would reach for over these. I prefer more like super pigmented shadows rather than more subtle shades. So in my opinion, they're not ideal for me personally, but if you like really subtle eyeshadows or you want something that's easy to work with, that's lightweight and blendable, these might be a great option for you. I mean, they're $2.99. They're super affordable. They're worth trying out because if they don't work for you, then, you know, you didn't spend a ton of money on them. But just keep in mind, they're not going to be the most pigmented, the highest quality shadows that you've ever tried. They did release 3 new MegaLiner liquid eyeliners. They do have a pink shade, which I did not get in the box. So if you are looking for a good pink liner, that one might be a good option for you. But the box comes with a metallic liquid liner in the shade Gilded Wings, which is a really pretty metallic gold. And then also a regular liquid liner in the shade Winged and Wild, which is more of like a forest green. I never thought that I would like a metallic yellow gold liner, but I wore this yesterday and I loved it. I thought it was so much fun and I thought it was really beautiful. I wore it with very subtle eyeshadow, like I wore some of the shades that I'm wearing today, and it's just kind of different. I don't know if I would wear it a ton just because I feel like it looks, you know, it definitely looks different. It didn't really define my eyes, and I prefer to go in with a little bit of like a darker brown shadow just to add a little extra definition. But if you want to do something unique and interesting, this one might be a fun option for you. I do really like the Winged and Wild liner though. I think that this is such a pretty green, and I never thought to use like a green liner on my upper lash line, but it looks so pretty with the pink fuchsia shade from the Flock Party quad. If you guys like this pink color or you get this quad, the green liner looks so pretty in combination with it. I find the Wet n Wild liner formula to be pretty good. It doesn't last on me all day long. It does kind of smudge off by the end of the day, but I think if you're doing like a fun look and you just want to try something different, it's worth grabbing one of these and using it because it's only $2.99, goes on nicely. It stays in place pretty well on me, but by the end of the day, I'll notice that it did kind of wear off. So they did release 5 different color icon lip glosses as part of the collection. They did not include like the bright red shade in the box, which is really pretty. I actually might end up purchasing that one separately. They retail for $3.99 each. The gloss itself is a very shiny, glossy gloss. It's not sticky at all on the lips, which I kind of like. Like, I don't necessarily mind super sticky glosses if they stay in place really well, but lately I've been gravitating toward more comfortable glosses that are really slippery, really glossy. Featherless is a really gorgeous peachy nude shade, so you can wear it on its own if you want more of a subtle look. I think it looks absolutely beautiful on its own, but I do love wearing it over a nude lipstick just to add a little bit more of like a peachy touch to a true nude. They also have the shade Fly Gal in the box, and this one is more of like a true baby pink. Usually I'm not the biggest fan of baby pink shades like this, at least on me. I feel like they just don't look as pretty as like a nude or a peachy coral, but I will say that I've been wearing this one a lot since I got it. It's like the perfect go-to pink shade. It's very light, it's very glossy, it looks great with a lot of makeup, but also minimal makeup as well. The color that I'm not the biggest fan of is the shade Pout of Paradise, and again, that's just personal preference. I'm not super big into orange lips unless it's more of like an orangey red or corally red. This type of orange doesn't look super flattering on me, but if you like this color, I think the gloss itself is really gorgeous. Again, you can build it up for more of an opaque look, but it also looks really pretty if you just have a light sheer layer. I do love the color Shut the Pluck Up, which is a really pretty berry. It looks really gorgeous if you sheer it out because it just gives you a hint of color, but you can also build this one up for more of an intense berry opaque look. So I really enjoy these. I definitely want to try out like the bright red because I think it could be so pretty sheared out for just like a bright wash of color without being too intense, and I enjoy the formula. They actually remind me a lot of the new Urban Decay Hi-Fi Shine glosses. Like, they have the same texture, and those are like $20 and these are $4. So these might be worth checking out if you are a fan of glosses. I forgot to mention these don't have a scent. They're pretty much scentless, which is kind of nice because I know not everybody is a fan of scented lip products. So definitely worth checking out. These are like my second favorite products in the collection. Now, a product in the collection that is definitely scented is their new Pout Perfect Lip Scrub. This retails for $3.99, and this one is the Pecker Up scent, which is watermelon scented. I believe they have a citrus one on the website as well, but I'm really glad they included the watermelon one in the box because I love watermelon scented products, but it just makes your lip products go on really beautifully, and I'll definitely be using this all summer long. So I really enjoy it. I'll definitely buy it again if I run out of it. And the last product in here is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Primer Water Spray. I was really curious about this because I'm a big fan of the Smashbox Primer Water, but obviously that one is a lot more expensive. So I was excited to try this one out. This one retails for $4.99. So again, it's definitely on the more affordable side. You get 1.69 fluid ounces. The big difference between this one and the Smashbox one is that the Smashbox one is alcohol free. I wanted to mention that because when I applied this to my skin, it did sting a little. It wasn't anything too crazy or too intense, but it did irritate my skin just a little bit. So if you guys have sensitive skin like I do, or you don't want to apply something to your face that has alcohol in it, because some people do have sensitivities, then just kind of keep that in mind before you use this. Another thing to note is that the actual spray nozzle does spray out the product nicely. Like, it's a very fine mist. It's not anything too intense like a lot of the e.l.f. products, but it gets everywhere. Like, it soaks my hair, it soaks my shirt. So I usually do my makeup before, like, I put on the clothes that I'm wearing for the day, or I do my hair, so it's not a big deal for me. But if you like get dressed and then you do your makeup, just keep in mind that it's going to get all over your clothes, all over your hair, everywhere. I feel like it does have a pretty noticeable scent. It's not an unpleasant scent at all, but it is a little bit strong. Just kind of keep that in mind because some people are sensitive to scents. I don't know that this does enough for me that I would repurchase it. I feel like the fact that it stings my skin a little bit isn't really ideal, along with the fact that it just kind of gets everywhere. And while I do like how my makeup applies on top of it, I feel like I still like the Smashbox one a little bit better. And even though it's a little bit more expensive, it lasts forever, so I don't really have a problem buying that product. So it might be worth checking out if you don't want to spend the money on the Smashbox primer and it doesn't bother you that this product has alcohol in it, because it won't bother everyone, but I just wanted to include that for people who have skin sensitivities. So I like the product. I just don't think I like it more than the Smashbox Primer Water. So I just wanted to include my thoughts on this as well. I hope this video was helpful if you were trying to make up your mind about whether or not you want to try out some of these products. There are definitely amazing products in the collection. There are a few that aren't necessarily my personal favorite, but I don't feel like there are any true fails in the collection, at least from what I've tried. So in general, I really enjoy it. I think they did a great job. The colors are beautiful. The formulas are so good. I totally recommend the baked blushes and the lip glosses out of everything. I think you can't go wrong with those. But that is the end of my video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have a great day, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.